Two babies were born this year. Same hospital, same week. One of them will retire with roughly 4 times more money than the other. The difference isn't luck. It's not inheritance in the traditional sense either. It's a specific type of account, opened before the child could even hold their own head up. This exact account just became available for the first time in American history, not decades ago. This year, July 2026, wealthy families have quietly used versions of this strategy for generations. Trust funds, custodial accounts, education trusts set up before a child was even named. What changed is a version is now available to every family, with the government contributing the first deposit. I'm Kevin. This is Prosperity Levels. Today, the account wealthy parents opened before age 1, the math behind an 18-year head start. 3 older strategies, and what's realistic at 3 income levels. Quick note, not a financial advisor. This is educational. Talk to a professional for your specific situation. On July 4th of this year, a brand new type of account became legally available for the first time ever, the Trump account. Any child under 18 with a social security number can have one. Children born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028 get a one-time $1,000 deposit from the federal government, no income requirement. Parents, grandparents, other relatives, and employers can contribute more, $5,000 a year per child combined. Adjusting for inflation starting 2028, employers can contribute up to $2,500 away, year per employee's child, tax-free, through a payroll benefit, a detail almost no employee has asked HR about yet. The money gets invested automatically in low-cost, broad U.S. stock index funds, fees capped at 0.1%. It grows tax-deferred until 18. At 18, the account converts into a regular IRA. The child can withdraw for anything: a house, business, retirement, or leave it invested. Opening one requires filing IRS Form 4547, either alongside a tax return or through the federal portal. It costs nothing and takes minutes. Here's the part almost nobody has done the math on yet. What does that single $1,000 seed, with 0 additional contributions, actually become by retirement? Let's run several scenarios, all investing at 8% average annual return, all ending at age 65. Scenario 1. A Trump account opened at birth with just the $1,000 seed. No other dollar added. Invested untouched for 65 years. $1,000 compounding at 8% for 65 years becomes approximately $148,780. Scenario 2. A different person receives the same $1,000 at 18. It invests the same way for the remaining 47 years to 65. $1,000 compounding at 8% for 47 years becomes approximately $37,240. The only variable that changed was when the clock started. The 18-year head start alone is worth roughly $111,540 by retirement. Now the partial effort scenario, say a family contributes just $100 a month, $1,200 a year from birth to 18, on top of the seed. That builds to roughly $38,700 by age 18, left untouched for 47 more years at 8%. It becomes approximately $1.44 million. Now scale up to full funding. $5,000 a year from birth through 18, plus the seed. Roughly $191,000 by 18, untouched for 47 more years. Approximately $7.13 million. Compared to someone starting $5,000 a year at 18. For 47 years, no head start. Approximately $2.95 million. The family who front-loaded then let it sit ends up with more than double the person who saved diligently their entire working life. What if that same person does both, fully funds the Trump account through 18, then also contributes $5,000 a year to their own Roth IRA from 18 to 65? Combined, just over $10 million. Let's make this concrete with 3 families having a baby this year at 3 different income levels. Family 1. The Ramirez family, combined household income around $55,000. They file for the free $1,000 seed and commit to $25 a month. That builds to roughly $12,900 by age 18, left untouched for 47 more years at 8%. approximately $479,600. Family 2, the Okafor family. Combined household income around $110,000. They contribute $150 a month and opt into their employer's $2,500 benefit. Combined contributions, $4,300 a year, plus the seed. That builds to roughly $166,000 by 18, left untouched for 47 more years, approximately $6.19 million. A family earning $110,000 a year, using an employer benefit almost nobody asks about, ends up within striking distance of the fully maxed $7.13 million scenario. Family 3. The Whitfield family, combined household income around $240,000. They max the full $5,000 limit. Superfund a $529 and later open a custodial Roth IRA. Their Trump account alone reaches the full $7.13 million. Add a custodial Roth IRA from teenage earnings, roughly $310,000 more, at a separate $529 for education. The biggest single lever, the free seed, and starting immediately is available to every one of them, regardless of income. The gap isn't about access. It's about who knows these tools exist. Well, Trump accounts are new, but they're not the only tool wealthy families have used for decades. 3 others exist. First, the 529 plan. Up to $35,000 can be rolled from a $529 directly into the child's own Roth IRA tax-free. Second, superfunding a $529. A married couple can front-load 5 years of contributions in one lump sum, roughly $190,000 in 2026. Letting it compound for 18 years before college. Third, the custodial Roth IRA. If a child has earned income, a parent can open a Roth IRA in the child's name. A single summer of $3,000 at 15 invested $265 grows to roughly $140,000. Fourth, the custodial account, UTMA or UGMA. The first roughly $2,700 of a child's investment income is taxed at 0 or very low rates. None of these require a family to already be wealthy, with the partial exception of superfunding a $529 and transferring appreciated stock, which correlate more directly with existing family wealth. If the math is this clear, why doesn't every family do this? A few predictable human reasons. First, the accounts are genuinely new or obscure. Trump accounts have existed for less than a week as of this video. Second, $25 or even $5,000 a year doesn't feel significant in the moment, especially while paying for diapers and daycare. The value is invisible until you run the 65-year math. Third, financial advice for new parents focuses on immediate needs insurance. Emergency funds, wills rarely paired with here's the account worth 6 or 7 figures if you start this month. Fourth, the accounts that matter most for the largest gains require either meaningful savings or a child with earned income, meaning the very largest wins correlate with existing family resources. Fifth, employer benefits like the $2,500 Trump account contribution are brand new, and most HR departments haven't rolled them out yet. Here's what's actually accessible to most families, regardless of which example you resemble most. 1. If you have a child born 2025 to 2028, file for the seed deposit. Costs nothing and is worth roughly $148,000 by retirement, doing nothing else. 2. Contribute anything beyond the seed, even $25 or $100 a month. The gap between the Ramirez family's $479,600 and doing nothing is entirely built from a spare $25 a month. 3. Ask your employer specifically whether they offer the Trump account contribution benefit. It costs nothing to ask and can add millions over a lifetime. 4. If your child ever earns real income, even $500 from a summer job at 16, open a custodial Roth IRA and contribute what they earned. 5. Treat this as a family coordination problem, not a solo one. A grandparent's contribution is often more valuable than the equivalent spent on toys. This isn't a claim that these accounts alone create generational wealth, or that a family without one is doomed to fall behind. A few honest caveats. The projections assume 47 uninterrupted years of 8% returns with 0 withdrawals, a genuinely long, optimistic time frame. Real markets have down decades. The Trump account is brand new. Regulatory guidance is still being finalized, and some details like financial aid interactions remain unsettled. None of this replaces the basics. An emergency fund, insurance, and your own retirement accounts still come first. Here's the actual pattern behind generational wealth. It was never mainly about a large inheritance later. It's about giving money the maximum years to compound, starting as early as legally possible. A $1,000 head start at birth outperformed decades of diligent saving started at 18. And a family earning $55,000 a year, contributing $25 a month, builds nearly $500,000 doing almost nothing differently. If this changed how you think about your child's first year of life, hit the like button. Final numbers. An 18-year head start alone is worth $111,540. A fully funded account reaches $7.13 million. Combined with a personal Roth IRA, $10 million. A modest $25 a month contribution alone builds to $479,600 if you have a child born. 2025 to 2028, the single highest leverage action available this month is filing for that seed deposit. Subscribe for more. Next video. The account that's secretly better than your 401k. This is Kevin. This is Prosperity Levels. I'll see you in the next one.